Okay, this is page 3. We're graphing these 3 equations on the same line. Do not... Okay, this is page 3. We're graphing all these equations on the same line. Don't forget to label all the vertices once you have it graphed. So this is a parabola, and the transformation is down 4. And then you can use a table if you would like. Go back to the ones that we did on page 1. But I'm just going to do our pattern. 1, 1, and 3, 1. 1, 1, and 3, 1. It's equal to, so the line is not dotted. It's solid. And it's greater than, so I'm shading inside here. Okay, this is a line. You start at 2 and do a slope of -1. So make sure it goes downhill. It goes like this. And this one is also equal to, so I make it solid. This one's less than, so now I'm in this piece right here. Okay, then I have one more to graph. This is a vertical line at 1, and it's also equal to, so I go like that, and it's less than. So now I've taken out this little piece right here, and my shading is this, and my vertices are here and here. Nope, that's not a vertex. It's where they cross, sorry. I don't need that as a vertex. Here, and so I got here, and here, and here. Well, that one looks like 1, 1. And if you want to make sure, you just make sure it fits into the 2 lines that it crossed, which it does. This one here is 1, -3. So it fits into this one. And does it fit into that one? Well, if I put 1 in for x, I do get -3, so that one works. And then this one up here, it looks like it's 1, 2, -3, -3, and 5. So that's the parabola and the line. So it has to work for these 2. Well, if I put -3 in here, I get 9 minus 4, which is 5. And if I put -3 in here, I get 3 plus 2, which is 5. So there's my 3 vertices. Okay. This one is graphing a polynomial. The rational zero theorem says take the factors of the constant over the factors of the denominator, and then write them as 1 over 1, 1 over 2, or 3 over 1, 9 over 1, and then 1 over 2, and 3 over 2, and 9 over 2, and then put plus or minus in front of it. And those are the ones that I'm going to guess when I'm trying to factor it. Okay, so Descartes' rule, you take the positive p of x, which is 2x plus 4 minus 9x cubed plus 7x squared. And this is positive, negative, positive, positive, negative. So that gives me 1, 2, 3 sign changes. So the positive zeros are 3 or 1 because 2 of them could be imaginary, okay? Then the negative zeros, I just make x negative. So if I make x negative here, negative x to the 4th is a positive, times 2 is still a positive. Negative x cubed is a negative, but it's times to -9, so it makes it positive. Negative x squared is a positive times a positive, it makes it positive. A negative x times 9 is a negative, and then -9 stays negative. I want you to notice the only ones that change signs are the odd degrees. All the evens did not, okay? So now for my negative zeros, I just have 1. And now I just need to factor it. And to factor it, I'm just going to guess. So I'm going to start with 1. I like 1 and -1. And I have more positives, so I'm going to start with 1. So I go 2, -9, 7, 9. Make sure you're not missing any degrees in here so you don't have to fill in any zeros. So I bring down the 2, -7, 0, gives me 0, and I have a factor. So one of my factors is x minus 1. Remember, if 1's a 0, x minus 1's a factor. And it also gives me a 1 for a 0 on the graph. Then I take this and continue factoring it. So now I'm just going to guess with a -1. So I bring down the 2, get -9, and I got another factor of x plus 1 this time, because see, when I get a 0 here, remember that means it's a 0. So I can mark it here, and it's asking me for factors, so I need to write them as factors. So now I have 2x squared minus 9x plus 9 left. So I do factors of 18x squared that add to -9, which is -3x and -6x. Well, I'm going to put the -6x first. I'm going to replace this with -6x minus 3x. So out of here, I can pull out a 2x, and I have x minus 3. Out of here, I'm going to pull a minus 3, and I have x minus 3. So now my other two factors are x minus 3 and 2x minus 3. And then I add these two together, plus 1 and x minus 1. So those are my 4 factors for part C. But let's put these zeros on our graph so we can finish sketching it. So I got a 3 and a 3/2, which puts it right about there, okay? Now remember, end behavior is looking at the degree, if it's even or odd, and if it's positive or negative. Well, this one is even, so they're both going the same direction, and it's positive, so they're both going up. So I go to the right here and go up. And then I have one more point that I can do without a test point, because I can find my y-intercept. If I make x 0, my y-intercept is -9. So it's clear down here off my graph, which is okay. So that's a point in between these two zeros. Now I need to find a point in between these two and these two. So I take my graph, these ones right here, and I make a table and do x, y. And you guys can do this on your own. I'm running out of room here, but I put in 1.25, and I put it in here, or you can put it in here, and I got 0.49. You will not have to do any with fractions like this on the test, but so that goes up here, and that goes like that. And then I put a 3 in to see what's happening in between that one, and or a 2, I mean, sorry. And I got a -3. So down here, it goes to -3. So then my graph looks like that, and we're done with the graph. And that's the end.